HAWICK Harlequins made the short 800-metre journey through Wilton Lodge Park to play rivals HAWICK Linden for the first time since March 2020. Both teams had strong squads to pick from, and a great turnout of supporters made for an exciting afternoon of rugby in this East League 2 clash. It was the hosts Linden that were quickest out of the blocks and saw the majority of the ball in the opening 10 minutes. They capitalised on this possession when Ryan Ali broke off from a driving maul to cross over for the opening score of the match with an unconverted try. This lead didn't last too long, however, and the Quins won a penalty from the restart and then made their first proper venture into Linden 22 count as Stephen Mabin cut through a gap in the defence to score. Adam Hall's conversion gave the visitors a 2-point lead. The rest of the scores in the first half came by way of kicked penalties. Adam Hall slotted 2 for the Quins, then Eli Hamilton pulled one back for the Linden with a fine effort, resulting in a Quins lead of 13 points to 8 at half-time. The second half started in ideal fashion for the Quins, as they extended their lead through a converted try, when Greg Walker took an offload from Stephen Mabin before dancing round the Linden fullback Justin Tate and crossing the whitewash for the score. Hall added extras to give the Quins a 12-point advantage. That lead was extended to 15 through another Adam Hall penalty, and despite a few missed opportunities from threatening positions, the Linden were far from giving up, and the talented Matthew Marlin soon took matters into his own hands as he brushed off 5 defenders to race in for a try, having took the ball almost 40 metres out. There was now just 10 points in it, making for an interesting end to the match. But the Quins always looked in control of the outcome and managed the end of the game well to see out the win. The reaction to the final whistle showed just how much this meant to them, and having had to withdraw from the league just a few seasons ago, this felt like another part of the rebuild puzzle was complete. In the other corner, the Linden will take their learnings from this defeat, but they themselves will know that after a poor year last year, they're playing much better rugby this season, and they'll be even more fired up to get a result the next time these two rivals face off. Full time at the Volunteer Park, it's HAWICK Linden 13, HAWICK Harlequins 23.
Aye, excellent win. Didn't they play the way we wanted to, but we got there in the end. Aye, they did. They made it hard for us. They didn't let us play the way we wanted to do it, and they made it tough. But we dug deep. We got there in the end. Maybe didn't use it wide when we should have, or used it wide when we shouldn't have. But we've won at the end of the day.
How do you think things are kind of coming together now? You're kind of a fair bit into the season. How do you think things are coming along?
Well, considering we've been training with 7 or 8 boys this first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, we've turned up with 22 boys a day. We've all stuck in 100% and we've came away with 4 points.
Aye, Quins were the better team at the end of the day. Tried our best out there, but sometimes your best isn't good enough. They were a really good team in attack and took their chances, and sometimes maybe on the occasion we didn't take our chances. I think it was as easy as that. I couldn't have fault the boys' effort any more than like what we tried. We were in it for the full 80 minutes, and like you saw the final scoreline, it wasn't like we were hammered. We were fighting for the very end, and it just shows how far we've come already this season from last year not being able to win a game to winning 2 games and putting up a good fight against a really strong Quins team.